Exactly 5 months ago, I signed up for my first ever half triathlon. And honestly, I underestimated how hard this would be.
I hate this piece of the parkour. It's so heavy.
And going into race day, I genuinely believed I could break 5 hours. For months my life revolved around training. Early mornings, long rides, endless runs. Some weeks I trained up to 15 hours. But I didn't expect what happened on race day. Oh my god, I got like such a bad night. I couldn't fall asleep. I have 5 hours of sleep at most. I took it as a sign. Packed my stuff, checked everything 3 times and hope I didn't forget anything important. Okay, I hope I don't forget anything. Once we arrived, we collected our race numbers and headed to the transition zone. Seeing all those bikes lined up suddenly made everything feel real. This was my setup. Although, the referee immediately told me to put my towel inside the box as well. And no, there was only one thing left to do. Go to the toilet 10 times and waiting for the start. We walked towards the swim start. And that's when it hit me. This was the moment I had trained months for. I jumped into the water and immediately felt the cold shock my body. For a few seconds I couldn't breathe the way I wanted to. But I expected this. So instead of panicking, I focused on calming down. After a few minutes, everything settled and I found my rhythm. I came out of the water in 35 minutes and 39 seconds. Way faster than I expected. And honestly, this got me excited. Because suddenly, I was already 4 minutes ahead of my schedule. So I didn't have to rush in transition. I even took the time to put my socks on perfectly. Then I got on the bike. Not knowing it would completely change the rest of my race.
Okay, let's go. Swim went really well. No, it's a bit dangerous here because of the roots of the tree. I'm already eating some gingerbread. Vamos. Swim went really good. I'm glad for that.
The 90-kilometer bike ride looked simple on paper, but in reality it slowly started destroying my legs. The course had 2 bridges that drained your energy every lap. And one climb that looked simple, but hit it way harder than I expected. But those climbs weren't the biggest challenge of the day. There was one other factor that would completely decide my race.
Oh, that's really hard, the wind. There are like sections where I drive 40 like now, and it's really easy. And when we are gonna turn, it's gonna be so fucking hard. But 50 minutes in, average pace 33 kilometers an hour. I'm just starting to feel my belly a little bit. Might be because of all the sports drink I'm doing. It might be a bit too much. I didn't really practice that. But anyway, let's hope it doesn't get worse. And I need to go to the toilet. I need to pee. Wow. But I'm enjoying. Almost on 1/3 of the bike course. Now it's really heavy wind from the front and then we have to go uphill. There was an insect in my mouth. What goes up must go down.
The wind. Not the kind of wind that annoys you for a few minutes, the kind that slowly drains your energy out of your legs kilometer after kilometer.
Kilometer 45. I'm definitely starting to feel it. Halfway through the bike. I hope it doesn't get way tougher. Otherwise I think I have overdo myself a bit and I'm gonna feel it in the run. So let's hope it's not too bad. I already started to soften a little bit. And on the path where we have like wind from behind, I let my heart rate drop a little bit. So hopefully that works. Because on the other side of the river, over there on the right side, crazy windy conditions.
Not gonna lie, I underestimated the distance. 90 kilometers is long. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I kept thinking about the half marathon that still had to come after this.
Hey.
Luckily, my brother and dad were there to cheer me on and handed me drinks during the race. And honestly, that helped me more than I expected. There were a lot of people cheering everywhere along the course. So instead of focusing on my legs, I tried to focus on the atmosphere and just cycle my own pace.
We are at the hardest part. It's the uphill section and the wind is coming from the front. I'm cycling 22 kilometers an hour now and I'm burning. They are insane. The bikes I see here, crazy. I'm at 63 kilometers and it's just autopilot from now on. I don't really have fun. I just want to start running already. It's really in the upper legs. They are starting to get tired. I hate this piece of the parkour. It's so heavy. Oh my god. So much wind and an uphill. This is dying.
Don't be misled by all this complaining. This is still my hobby and I signed up for this voluntarily. You probably wouldn't believe it at this point in the race, but somehow I still enjoyed it. And eventually, the end of the bike ride finally arrived. My brother was shouting information about other teammates. But honestly, my brain wasn't fully functional anymore, as you can clearly see here. I even put my bike in the wrong spot and I had to move it again. But despite all of that, I was really excited, because it was finally time for my favorite part of the race: running. The run course consisted of 4 loops of 5 kilometers. And honestly, I felt surprisingly good at the start. After the bike ride, I expected my legs to feel completely dead. But somehow, they still felt fresh. So naturally, I started to run fast. Because at that point, a sub 5 hour finish was still possible.
Feeling quite alright on the run. I'm going a bit too fast, but it feels not too fast.
And if I could hold on to a strong pace during my half marathon, I might actually pull it off. Little by little, the duration of the race started catching up with me. My legs became heavier every kilometer. And at one point, I even tried to follow a guy because running together just feels a little bit easier mentally. But as you can see from my splits, the pace slowly started dropping. And then it hit me. At this pace, a sub 5 was slipping away.
Kom maar naar rond! Ja, nog 2 toertjes, hoop!
But I just kept going, and eventually it was time to finish. Months of training had all led to this moment. I had a great swim, a bike ride that definitely didn't go as planned, but was the run enough to still save my sub 5 half triathlon? I crossed the finish line in 5 hours, 5 minutes and 47 seconds. Not exactly the time I was hoping for. But honestly, I'm really proud that I finished this race. I learned a lot about myself during these last 5 months of training. And no matter the result, this whole journey towards my first ever half triathlon is something that I will remember for a long time. And hopefully it won't be my last one. But for now, there is another big goal waiting for me. Breaking 1 hour 20 minutes on a half marathon. So if you want to follow the training, the race and hopefully see me hit that goal, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video and I will see you in the next one.